The headlines: troops rescue 17 kidnapped victims after heavy gun battle with terrorists in Kebbi State. 2 women feared dead as church collapses in Osun State. Tinubu appoints new CEOs for CAC, SON, SMEDEN, and others. From the international scene, Hamas says 13 hostages killed in Israel strikes on Gaza. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us. And now the details. Now, troops of Operation Hadarin Daji on Thursday successfully rescued 17 kidnapped victims and captured the operational motorcycles from terrorists during a rescue operation in Kebbi State. Now, this was disclosed by the spokesperson of the Operation Hadarin Daji, Captain Yahya Ibrahim, in a statement on Friday. He said that the feat was achieved when troops deployed at Malekachi conducted a rescue operation following credible information that terrorists had kidnapped an unspecified number of persons at Kanya village of Danko Wasagu local government area of Kebbi State and were trying to cross with the victims towards Niger State. It added that the commander of the Joint Task Force, Major General Godwin Mutkut, commended the timely response of the troops, charged them to do more, and continued to deny the terrorists any freedom of action. The 4 abducted students of the Nasarawa State University have regained freedom from their abductors. The heavily armed men had, in the early hours of Tuesday, invaded their house located at Angwankari in the Kefi local government area of the state and whisked them away to an unknown destination. Meanwhile, the students were rescued on Thursday by men of the Nigerian Army 117 Battalion, Kefi, after a sustained pressure on the kidnappers. The commanding officer of the battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Awalu Inua, disclosed this to journalists in Lafia. He explained that the students were rescued in the surrounding bushes of Angwangauta in Kefi local government area after painstaking efforts by the military officers. Inua further explained that the students will be reunited with their families after undertaking proper medical examinations. The police in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, have arrested over 2,000 suspected criminals in an effort to improve the security in the nation's capital. Noel Sampson reports that the FCT Commissioner of Police, Haruna, paraded the suspects before newsmen on Friday. The report.
A total of 2,272 suspects were arrested in the last 2 months. 1,967 were charged to court, out of which 865 were sentenced and fined. 207 scavengers were arrested. 196 of them were charged to court. Among those paraded were suspected armed robbers, criminals, one-child syndicates, and vehicle thieves.
11th of September 2023, FCT Police Command Anti-Kidnapping Unit trailed and arrested a notorious kidnapper by name Salisu Abdullahi, aka Gwaska. During the encounter, one of the gang members by name Baba Dansuhu was shot dead by the police while others fled. Aside taking part in kidnapping activities, this very Salisu is also an informant and also a food supplier to his master by name Badume.
He also used the medium to address the incident of male and female organ disappearance in the FCT.
The FCT recorded its first case in Gwagwalada, that is on the 21st of September 2023, and is spread to other communities within the FCT. As at yesterday, we had a total of 62 cases reported in the FCT. There was no death toll because of the swift response of police personnel.
Some of the suspects paraded confessed to the crime they were arrested for.
Just like the day before yesterday, I parked my vehicle on my side where I'm living. So coming out to carry my vehicle, I see police. So when they said that there's somebody led complaint against me.
Because we drive the go, any motor we see where we like, I will just rush. So once the person stops, we will just come out like, sorry, yeah, sorry. The next thing we just push you enter your motor, we just drive the car and go. Then we'll collect your motor, carry and go.
So how many people not push come up for the motor? How many people not carry gun?
We don't carry gun, I just 3. Today only, now just 3 motor we don't collect.
We gone?
No sir.
Possession of some Indian hemp. They catch me in Papi.
Yes, as I tell you before, this is the first time. Then it's not only me or the leader. There is the leader who lead this group. So now he already ran away. So I don't know exactly what they are plan it.
The command reiterated its commitment to making sure it secures the life and properties of the FCT residents. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Emina Chief Magistrate Court in Niger State's capital has sentenced 4 persons to prison for vandalizing armored cables that supply power to the crane and generator house at the newly constructed Zungeru Hydroelectric Power Station, Ushishi local government area. The convicts are 28-year-old Yusuf Anas, Olaore Joshua, 23, Haliru Garba, 40, and Musa Magaji. The first convict, Yusuf Anas of Kodo Village, Boso local government area, who was found in possession of vandalized armored cable worth 9.4 million naira, was arraigned on 4-count charges bordering on conspiracy, trespassing, theft, and mischief in relation to electricity, contrary to sections 97, 348, 287, and 334 of the Penal Code law. On the other hand, Haliru Garba, Olaore Joshua, were from Osun State, and Musa Magaji, the driver who moved the cables to the point of sale, were arraigned on 3-count charges bordering on criminal conspiracy, theft, and mischief in relation to electricity, contrary to sections 97, 287, and 334 of the Penal Code law. The Chief Magistrate, Umma Katume Muhammad, after finding the convicts guilty, sentenced Yusuf Anas to 360 days imprisonment without option of fine and ordered him to return the cables in his possession to the Chief Security Officer of Sino Hydropower Company, SP Galadima Bello. The court also ordered the convicts to pay the sum of 8.8 million naira to the Sino Hydro Power Company as compensation for the damages. A story building under construction in Ikirun, the headquarters of the Ife Lodun local government area of Osun State, has collapsed, killing 2 women. The deceased and 2 other persons were said to be working in the building on Wednesday evening when it collapsed on them. A resident of the area revealed that the owner of the building was among the victims that died while on admission at a nearby hospital. He further disclosed that some good Samaritans rushed the victims to a hospital nearby. However, on Thursday morning, 2 of the victims died as a result of serious injuries sustained from the incident. The public relations officer of the Osun State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Kehinde Adeleke, confirmed the incident. The NSCDC spokesperson added that though the building was still under construction, it was already used as a church. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, on Friday morning said no life was lost in the petrol tanker explosion that occurred on Thursday night at Ijora Badia area of Lagos State. It, however, said the massive fire consumed 2 buses, 3 cars, 4 trucks, and 12 high-tension electric poles. There was an explosion when a container-laden truck fell and crashed onto a 33,000-litre petrol tanker by the bridge at Ijora. NEMA Territorial Coordinator in the Southwest region, Ibrahim Farinloye, who gave an update on the fire incident, said that the PMS tanker crashed at Moshood Abiola Way opposite Fashola Estate. He, however, said there was no injury nor casualty in the incident. The residents of Maiduguri have described NIMET's latest prediction of hazy weather in the city as surprising. It could be recalled that last week, the sudden hazy weather disrupted flights and forced some residents to remain indoors or wear their face masks. Now, some business operators and residents fear that the expected dusty weather will affect the economic activities there. Beatrice Kuruti has more.
The hazy weather most times occur during the months of November and January in Maiduguri, but last week's Harmattan-like weather in the metropolis took most residents by surprise as they didn't expect such changes. According to NIMET, another dust haze is expected to sweep through the northern region again. It is likely that it will disrupt their livelihood and flight schedules, especially those moving around the capital. Alice James, a businesswoman, said the predictions, if true, will affect her business just as it did in the previous week, where she had to close her shop for days and also fell sick.
It's early for me to close, but I didn't see anybody to buy my business. So I have to close because the dust used to disturb us through nose and it's entering our eye. We have to wear glass and the face masks because of the dust. So really, the dust affect us, affect our business because many people got sick since the last time. Up to now, some of them, they never heal yet. For this time around again, I think I will not get anything. I will still... I don't know when it will come, but I know we can prepare for it. Even we didn't get it for shop, it will affect us, especially that we know business, especially if you lose a 1 day, you lose like 10 days.
Yeah, it's very, very strange because the weather is we are not into the, mostly Maiduguri weather is dry, but we used to hear the breeze blowing. But as I'm talking to you now, the weather is very humid. So, normally Maiduguri weather, we never experience the humid weather. So when the humid weather comes to Maiduguri, it really affects us due to the sickness, some dulling and the rest.
The other time we had just of 3 days, it affected many. Presently, I'm talking to you, I'm sick. I have cough and catarrh that is disturbing me. I've been taking medicine, but I'm still sick. But alhamdulillah, I'm managing. It's very dusty. The moving of vehicle traveling from one location to another is going to be very hectic. And at home, one has to be careful. The windows, the doors should be shut down, and use of face masks.
When it happened at first, it was difficult for us to get passengers. In fact, people didn't come out because of the dust. If another one happens again, it will affect us and our source of income. It is strange that we should expect another hazy weather because we only experience it during the Harmattan. When the last one happened, I could not see properly while riding, so I had to go back home without making money that day. With the sudden twist in the weather, many will have to adapt to the changes and pray that it doesn't get worse than last week. Beatrice Kuruti, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
You're watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming up, we'll take a look at how technology changes the fortune of Katsina youth. This and more after the break. Stay with us.
Sounds like you're disappointed with the current lot.
We are outside, me and you, regardless, we could have done better.
That you don't have to sacrifice your conviction. We cannot settle for what is bad.
I sacked a governor because of misappropriating 300,000 naira.
The clamor by the SCS was a unitary form of government. This doesn't go well with Savannah. So when we said we wanted self-government for Nigerian entities, so you count me out.
What you call goal, aims and directives. But the issue of joining politics simply because you want to be given job or to be given contract.
Removing the assumptions, the foundations of their fears, and at the end of it, each and every one of them seems disappointed.
I was posted to Guachuku. My job was to go from community to community, educating the people how to improve themselves. Government will come to help you.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is News Update on Trust TV. Here is a recap of our top stories. We brought you troops rescue 17 kidnapped victims after heavy gun battle with terrorists in Kebbi. And 2 women feared dead as church collapses in Osun State. Now moving on to more stories, the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has approved the appointment of new chief executive officers of several agencies and parastatals under the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment, including the Industrial Training Fund, Corporate Affairs Commission and Standard Organizations of Nigeria. Now, this was disclosed by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Nglale, in a statement on Friday. According to the statement, the changes are Corporate Affairs Commission, the CAC, Hussein Magaji San, Industrial Training Fund, ITF, Afiz Oluwatoyin, Nigeria Export Promotion Council, NEPC, Nonye Ayeni, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, the SMEDEN, Charles Odi, Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, Ifeanyi Chukwunonso Okeke, among others. He said the appointments are in line with Tinubu's resolve to base Nigeria's economic revival on the foundation of trade expansion through the small, medium and large-scale industry facilitation in the country. He added that by this directive of the President, all of the above listed appointments take immediate effect. The insecurity and drugs abuse among youths are the drivers of unemployment in Katsina, which stood at 25.5%, according to the available statistics. Now, despite this, the youth in the state are leveraging digital technology to create the startup business. Jamil Mabai reports on how youth in the state are creating fintech app that simplifies banking transactions and help businesses to manage their finances. The report.
Yusuf and his friend had a dream 2 years ago. The dream was to create a financial tech application that will help people and businesses manage their finances.
What we have been thinking is impossible is now being possible, and it's one of our dreams to make things easier for our people in our local communities, family and friends.
According to the National Bureau of Statistics, unemployment rate in Nigeria is at 5.3%, and Katsina has 438,000 unemployed people. Experts believed that the IT-based sector can bridge that gap.
How can we continually improve?
Since COVID-19, financial tech applications have become more popular among the youth in Nigeria, especially when the central bank introduced the new currency notes. Traditional banks were overwhelmed, and customers were frustrated. So fintech apps made banking transaction even easier.
Get opportunity and use the opportunity for particular purposes, most especially when we talk about finances. And then so we actually have this what if we can actually build something, you understand, that could help people, with these financial issues, and then get people, to download just an app and then sign up they sign up themselves, use the app, and then make all their transactions without too much hassles of, I have to go to bank to do something, I have to go to bank to get an account number.
There is now a lot of job opportunity for people who are able to acquire such digital skills. And when these things happen, development continues to happen, because with technology, we're able to improve the speed and scale at which things can be done. The cash crunch that happened earlier this year and things like that. But with digital solutions, digital financial solutions, for example, all of these people were able to resolve their problem one way or the other, are able to do transactions, without having to hold the cash. It was lifting a very big problem.
Starting a business like this is challenging because of limited resources and finding skilled workers. Despite this, experts believe that with the rise of digital tools like AI, fintech startups are becoming more important. They believe that these startups will not only provide job opportunities, but also address the growing demand for digital solutions to our daily problems. Jamilu Mobay, Trust TV News, Katsina.
The Lamidi Apapa's Labour Party factions have joined the Chicago State University certificate controversy of President Bola Tinubu, saying the true identity of its 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, is not known. The faction told newsmen in Abuja that everything about him was shrouded in secrecy between him and Abure in Asaba. Habibat Ajayi has the details.
Presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, has asked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to clear the air over the controversies that trace Chicago State University credentials, saying President Tinubu should introduce himself to Nigerians. Obi says the president owed Nigerians an explanation of his true identity, parentage, actual schools he attended, and where he had his National Youth Service Corps. However, Obi's position did not go down well with the Lamidi Apapa's faction. The faction faulted his statement, asking the president to reintroduce himself is a treasonable felony punishable by death or life imprisonment. The faction also alleges that Peter Obi's certificates were not his own but belonged to his late brother.
I was part of the executive that did screening for him. And I want to take a recording to Nigeria that in the form EC9, that's the particulars of candidate from the INEC, he wrote that he attended University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He wrote that he finished his youth service. But unfortunately, in the final submission of form that we did, he only submitted the school certificate. I don't know whether Obi is a woman. You put Obi, Gregory, Peter, Ivan, who gave him the company name? Who gave Obi company name? Has he ever told you people he's a woman? Or his mother and mother another person? He put Peter, Ivan. That is a company name now. This is a common sense English now. He put a company name here as his name. Those are questions begging for answer. Not for you to be telling me that, oh, you are paying. That one president is a criminal, is a forger. Are you getting my point? So these are the questions we're asking. Now, the school that mobilizes him is not of Nigeria Nsukka now. Everybody that go to service, no. It is your school that will send your name to NYC, not you going there. So if University of Nigeria Nsukka wrote Gregory, Peter, Owubuasi Obi to NYC, how manage? NYC now married him off to another person. They now put Peter, Ivan, Owubuasi Obi. Who gave NYC the power to marry Obi off? Is he a woman? Or an Amabrodite?
Abayomi Arabambi says Peter Obi will be expelled from the party using fake credentials to secure the party ticket. Abibat Ajayi, Trust TV News, Abuja.
World Trade Organization WTO Director General Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala on Thursday said that she hopes the Israel-Hamas conflict could be ended, warning it would have a really big impact on already weak global trade flows if it widened throughout the region. Take a look.
We hope this ends soon and is contained. Our biggest fear is if it widens, because that would then have a really big impact on trade. There's uncertainty about whether this is going to spread further to the whole region, which could impact very much on global economic growth. There's uncertainty as to when it will end. It is most unfortunate what has occurred, and we hope that all the violence will end.
From the international scene, at least 13 Israeli and foreign hostages held in the northern Gaza Strip have been killed in Israeli airstrikes in the past 24 hours, Hamas armed wing said on Friday. In a surprise assault early Saturday, Hamas militants stormed Israeli communities near the Gaza border and fired barrages of rockets in an attack that claimed more than 1,200 lives. Israel says Hamas has taken more than 150 people hostage, including both civilians and security forces. Israel has rained air and artillery strikes on the blockaded Gaza Strip, a densely populated enclave of 2.4 million people, flattening buildings and killing more than 1,500 people. According to the Hamas media office in Gaza, at least 500 children are among the dead. And finally, in sports, a total of 30 hockey coaches from the national, state and club teams are taking part in the Olympic Solidarity Technical Course for coaches in the nation's capital, Abuja. The International Hockey Federation FIH Level 2 coaching course is designed for coaches looking to lead a series of group sessions within a club, school or community environment. International Hockey Federation educators Nswanelo Folo from South Africa and Nigerian counterpart Menye Peter are the experts running the 5-day program. Nswanelo Folo will be among the coaches working with the national hockey men and women's team who are in camp in Abuja, preparing for the African Hockey Road to Paris 2024 Olympic qualifying tournament scheduled for Pretoria, South Africa from October 29th to 5th November 2023. The Olympic Solidarity Technical Course for coaches, which started on October 8th, will end on October 14th, 2023. And with that, we wrap up news update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms, and you can join our YouTube live stream for more news programs and documentaries. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.